So welcome back. This is part 2 of starting a nasty ulcerative colitis flare and stopping. If you haven't watched part 1, watch part 1 first. So I left off with getting an email back from my doctor, my gastro doc who's in California, explaining that I had just been to the hospital with typical, let's say, symptoms of something wrong, UC, probably related, and I received a prescription for mesalamine. So he wrote back, yep, that would be a thing to do. Well, things got worse. 2 days later, February the 4th, Tuesday, I wrote my GI doc an email back, and still again I'm in Spain, which is where I am right now, in Valencia. Hey doc, so things have not improved, and bleeding has increased. Mainly morning and evening bowel movements, nothing hard and bleeding. Minimal to zero cramping. My plan, return in a few hours to the hospital requesting steroids. I'm thinking a high starting dose, 60 milligrams a day for 3 to 4 days, then getting down to 40 for a couple days, then going down from there, slow as has worked in the past. Maybe you have different thoughts. Also, I was going to request a stool sample test be actually done to calm any fears in my brain of C. diff. I totally agree with your last message that it was quite wacky. She ruled out C. diff based on blood tests. I couldn't wrap my head around that when she stated that either. Okay, I hope you're well. So that was my message. And lightning speed, I got a response from him later on. Still suggest ruling out C. diff with the stool test. Yes, prednisone would be standard with a quick burst and then initially rapid but later slower taper as you described, especially if it's worked before. Here's an interesting point. He wrote, my only other thoughts are the following. A, are you on a good rectal therapy with mesalamine enemas or suppositories? B, can you get budesonide there, which is a safer and less effective and less side effect steroid. Dose usually 9 milligrams a day and then a taper eventually. So I wrote him back from the hospital. This is Tuesday, February 4th. Thanks so much. I'm in the waiting room at the hospital for radiology tests. 4-hour waiting and counting. They were trying to take a picture of my abdomen. I already got done with the C. diff and blood tests. C. diff came back negative. Yay! Stool sample test. And then I wrote to him that I've got a friend who works at a pharmacy here. I'll forward your message regarding those meds. I'm not sure how easy or hard the budesonide is to obtain. And no, I'm not on any rectal stuff. Prednisone, so then I wrote to him, prednisone plus budesonide together initially, then taper the prednisone once tapered, but continue budesonide, ? He wrote back, no, budesonide is a first-line alternative to prednisone. Sorry if that's unclear. Either of them, not both. So, later on, about 1 o'clock in the morning, Wednesday, I wrote, so I received the budesonide sachets, 9 milligram, 1 per day for 8 weeks prescription, plus mesalazine enemas. I'm at 15 to 20 cramping, painful bowel movements per day currently. No instructions with the sachets that I had received, but going to mix in water and take one now. So these are the sachets right here. And hang on a second, plug my phone in. So yeah, I started taking those things, and I took one, and my fingers were crossed. So his response to me, because I kind of asked him, I didn't really get any kind of tapering instructions or anything. He said, take 9 milligrams a day until you're feeling better, then maybe every other day for a bit and wean off, assuming it works. If not, prednisone is plan B. Enemas nightly until improved, then also sporadically as needed. Let me know how it goes. So that was, let's say, Wednesday, the 5th of February. 24 hours later, I wrote back, and I was really excited. Way too early to crack champagne, but it's 9 p.m. here. So that's actually Thursday, 9 p.m., Thursday the 6th. And only 2 bowel movements so far today. down from 15 to 16 at this point yesterday, and nearly no more cramping at all, which is like, and energy way up as well. And I wrote, is this a steroid high going on here? Is this budesonide really able to pull this off? Just wanted to chime in. Any need for extra calcium or iron? I wrote. He wrote back to me, yeah, it is able to pull this off, indeed. Glad you're on the upslope. No need for calcium or iron now. Keep me updated. So, in 5 minutes, that's the whole going back to the hospital. Things didn't improve. Getting a prescription for something that I'd never tried before. I actually read off this email to the doctor at the hospital saying, this is from my gastro doc who also has UC, and this is what his recommendation was. And I was so relieved when the person at the hospital said, that's exactly what I was going to prescribe to you. So there was no issues there. Everyone was in agreement. Pretty cool. It's been now, this was on the 6th of February. I'm going to read you one more email. And let's see here. This is titled, the email I wrote was Day 7. Day 7 on budesonide. And I wrote 2 thumbs up. Okay, so I took the 7th sachet granules, and when I say sachet, this little thing here, it's kind of like a little salt or sugar kind of packet, and you flip it open, pop it on your tongue. These little things looks like salt, and you slam down a little drink of water. That's it. Do it in the morning. It's recommended about half an hour before food. Okay, so took 7 sachet granules this morning, Tuesday morning, and this is day 3 of 2 to 3 hard poops a day. Today and yesterday, no bleeding, no cramping, and actually feeling normal. I'm still surprised at the very fast rebound from just 7 days ago, and I was shocked because it was like, boom, a low point, and then, pew, how can that be? I did do one enema 4 nights ago that immediately afterwards had me hardcore cramping. It's true, it's weird. I remember I hadn't, first couple of days after receiving this and the enema, I didn't do the enema stuff. I never liked that. All right, come on. And then I did one night in bed, and I was able to hold it in for like 4 or 5 hours. But wow, soon after it, just awful cramping. So I haven't since. I wrote, I'm thinking to start weaning off, but wife wants me to hang on current daily dose of budesonide for a bit longer. And then I wrote, more importantly, I really want to thank you for your support for the past week and a half, 2 weeks. It's been awesome, and so forth, so forth. So he wrote, glad you're doing better, Adam. Split the difference with the wife. A couple more days daily, then every other day for a week or so, then maybe every third for a bit, and then done. So tomorrow is my plan to skip a day. I've actually gone a few more days since this, and start doing every other day for, let's say, a week, and then twice a week, and then be done. That's the deal. I'm really pumped that I'm feeling better, and I'm like going back like once, twice a day, normal style. I am not eating as I was a month ago, 2 months ago. For basically the past couple of years, I cut out pretty much all alcohol. I was drinking wine and beer. No bread. I did have a buckwheat pancake we made this morning with blueberry. That was pretty good. But taking it easy, more on the meats and vegetables, kind of SED style eating. And I'm okay with that right now. A little more hungry than usual, but that's all right. And I guess a big idea that is cool is, prednisone steroids can be nasty, and a lot of side effects. People get all sorts. You can go to the prednisone page on the IWC site and read many, many reviews from people with UC. But so far, I haven't felt any side effects whatsoever from these little guys, and I want to learn a bit more about how it works. but they're said to target specifically the colon. You take these things and they don't, you know, these little, looks like salt, again, you can hear it. Drag it down, and supposedly it doesn't release until it's in the colon. And, well, it was recommended by quite a few folk. And a lot of the reviews that are on the site for budesonide, there's also many different names for this. Ulcerative, I believe, is another one. The reviews are pretty positive. That's the story so far. I'll give another update as things move forward and as the whole weaning thing is done, because that's always the big question, is how are you going to do once you're off these, you know, steroids, no matter what type they are. And we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And definitely appreciate all the comments. Like everyone, you know, I'm not immune to the disease, and I've dealt with flare-ups before. I'm sure there'll be more in the future. It was a surprise how this thing came out of, you know, seemingly nowhere and just nailed me. But in, you know, many ways, it's lucky that it was kind of contained quickly. I did let it go for sure a week too long, thinking that, oh, I just got some diarrhea and so forth, and like watery poops and whatnot. But no, I mean, you have that for several days in a row, and you've got something going on. Get it checked out. Okay, have a good day. Thanks for watching.